It's just an entirely spruce biome. Oh! Okay. Villager outpost. Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to our Adventurous Minecraft Adventures. Last time we were here, we finally found this jungle, as you can see, that we're basically surrounded with. Now, it's nighttime. We got some stuff from the jungle. We got jungle wood. And we got some cocoa beans somewhere in one of our bundles. And a couple of saplings. However, I would like to get a couple more saplings before we leave, just to make sure we have everything we need. Also, have we gotten coordinates? We probably should screenshot some coordinates. But then... I'm going to do a cut to when it's daytime. We're going to get a bit more wood, and then we're going to begin the journey home. I've got the coordinates to home pulled up on my other monitor, so we'll go ahead and do that. But for now, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. I have done some calculations a bit while we waited out the night. As you can see, we're going to need to go this way because our house is, so the coordinates I have pulled up on my other monitor, which are taken from inside my house, so pretty accurate. 921, 95 is the Y, doesn't really matter here. 1462. So what that means here is that we want negative X and negative Z, basically straight this way, except slightly more negative Z. So like, not really this way, more like this way. Well, like, basically the same. However, we do need to get a bit more jungle wood before we go, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to see if we can hopefully make it all the way home in today's episode, because as I always say, you know, when you're going on an adventure, you know, you don't have one destination in mind. The whole point is that it's exciting because you have, like, you don't really know where you're going, you're just going somewhere, you might have a goal in mind, but you don't know where exactly you're going, generally. So you sort of end up wandering a bit. Ooh, there's some, like, iron and stuff we can get. Hold on. Wait. We can't get that. We don't have any room in our inventory. But, when you're going straight home, if you could, like I said, you know, you could, you know, use some trigonometry to figure out exactly the direction that you need to go. Or, you know, just eyeball it like I did and, you know, do some basic subtraction and figure out how far away you are in each direction, and then whichever direction you're further away in, you need to head a bit more in that direction, and then basically just head straight back, or you could just use a compass, but then you know that you know which way you need to go. You just, you know, just go that way, and you can basically go in almost a perfect straight line. With little deviations, yes, but, like, you know where your destination is, so you can take optimal routes, and you can get there much faster. So even though this adventure has taken us several episodes, we might be able to get home in only one episode if we do it in a smarter manner. Okay, so yeah, this is going to start decaying and hopefully give us a couple saplings. How many saplings do we have? That's the question. And where do we put them? 4 in there, okay. Makes sense. And also 6 cocoa beans, which should be plenty. We wanted to get 8, I believe. Just so that we could plant 2, because you need 4 to plant a tree because of how they're set up. They're like extra wide ones, you know, so you need 4. This is an oak tree. But we would need 4 saplings to make one, so we want enough to make 2 trees, because sometimes when a tree decays, it won't drop enough saplings to make another one, so we just want to have enough of a buffer that we can, you know, start farming trees, basically. You know, plant 2, and then hopefully get enough back that it'll work. Could also start this one decaying. Don't want to get too much wood, though. Okay, here we go. I see a sapling up there, and there's a sapling right here. Only problem is, we're going to need to do that. There we go. Here's what we're going to do, actually. Oh, yeah, if we get 1 more wood, this won't fit. But we can do this. There we go. That works out. Can we swap slots? No. Oh, here, we can do this. We can do this. Okay, and then anytime we need to pick up a sapling, we just open our inventory, pick up the bundle, and place it back where it was. Oh yeah, this oak wood is not happening. I mean, I guess maybe we could fit it. Okay, ooh, here are a couple saplings. There's... Nope, I'm not talking to you, Google. Leave me alone. Oh, yeah, this is it. This is all the saplings that we need. Nice. So we have 8 now. We'll see if it drops any more. Just to have 9, that would be nice. Yeah, here. Okay. We have 9 saplings. That's plenty. Let's go ahead. I guess we'll pick this up, because why not? and then we will head home. So sail as much as we can, simply because it's faster. I mean, walking... Actually, wait, I'd like to test. I know, but, like, I was sort of messing around a bit with, like, speeds, you know, and, with the, boat while I was waiting out the night. Hold on, we'll grab another sapling or two. Oh, they're just going right here, okay. So running is 5.612 meters per second. Our absolute velocity here is fluctuating, but it's not going much above 8. It's going like 9. So our average is going to be less than 8, even with sprint jumping. Whereas with this, once we get up to speed, we're going at a constant 8 meters per second, which, if you don't know, a meter in Minecraft is just a block. So 8 meters per second, as you can see, if you look at our absolute or horizontal velocity, we're not going vertically, so our absolute and horizontal velocity are identical, but they're exactly 8 blocks per second, which means that, let's say, how many blocks are we going approximately? We're going about like 2,500 blocks in each direction, so in X and Z. So, that would be 125, followed by 4 zeros. Okay, hold on. You know, if we're going, I may as well do some math, to figure out how long will it take us to get home, is the question. Assuming we took the boat the entire way and did not slow down at all or take any stops, which is not going to happen. But, yeah, we want negative Z, slightly more. So, like, we'll go this way, but then we're going to turn right a bit after this. See some stuff over there? Oh, there's a mushroom there. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for interesting stuff, but mainly our goal is to get home because we don't have any room. Okay, but, 2,500... Don't worry, we won't do too much math. Just stay with me, okay? Squared times 2. Oh yeah, especially since that's not how squaring works, so I had that wrong. Calculator, come on. Stop being annoying. Okay. Let's see, what do we see? There's some ocean ruins down there. We'll probably just leave them, honestly. We don't have any room for what they have. And we really just need to get home. Okay, but... let's see. So it would be that divided by 8 divided by 60. It would take us about... that can't be right. It would take us 7 minutes to get home. I must have done something wrong, because there's no way it's going to take us 7 minutes to get home, is there? I mean, maybe, I guess, if we just went straight, it might. I'm starting to see some spruce trees, which is nice, because there are a lot of spruce trees near our house. We could probably close the F3 menu. But I would like to check our coordinates. Hold on. So, yeah, 10,000 and... yeah, we need to go more on the Z-axis, actually. We're 10,000 in the Z-axis away from home. No, in the X-axis. No. My calculations... 10,000? What am I talking about? I must be very confused. In terms of the X-axis, we are about 1,500 blocks away. In the Z-axis, we are about 1,800 blocks away, so we do need to orient ourselves a little bit more this way even, but first we have to get around this land. Yeah, some of this stuff seems to be new, because it looks like it's loading slowly enough. Ooh, there's a village there. Let's see if we've been there. Hold on. But it's loading slowly enough. It looks like it's generating this terrain, not loading it. But I'm not sure. But, you know, we can take a I cannot speak, slight detour to check out this village, and that ruined nether portal over there that I think that's what that is. Now, we won't be able to fit most of this stuff in our inventory, but we could at least get the coordinates and maybe come back. Who knows? I have coordinates of lots of stuff. At some point, we'll just need to start going through those, exploring the things. Like, there's an abandoned mine shaft to explore. There was lots of cool stuff. There's also the trial chambers, which, once we get geared up again, like, once we get home, we're going to build a chicken statue, obviously, because a commenter asked for that. That's why we went to go get the cocoa beans. But, I mean, honestly, that's just something we need to do anyway. Like, having brown dye is an important thing. But, yeah, after that, we'll probably go strip mining, get some diamonds and stuff, get our materials back up, and then we will start, you know, going for other stuff. Yeah, we haven't been here, I don't think. This doesn't look familiar, and also... okay, we can't sell you anything, but maybe we can sell stuff to other people. Except they all are unemployed, basically. Except that one farmer. Hello, Mr. Iron Golem. Whoa. Cool cave. Wait a second. What's in there? What's glowing? Probably just glow vines. For a moment, I thought I saw like an amethyst geode there. And I was about to be very... Oh, careful. I was about to be very happy because we've only found one amethyst geode in this playthrough, and it didn't have any amethyst crystals. It had the blocks, but no crystals. And we need the crystals to make a spyglass to get several advancements, which if you don't know, that's the goal of the series, is to get all the advancements. Okay, yeah, really not much we can do here. But let's go ahead and... Wasn't there a ruined nether portal? Like right over here? I thought so. Oh yeah, right here. Let's see what's in here, and we'll see if we can fit any of it. Ooh, pretty good, but... Actually, you know, we probably don't need all this flint and steel. Silk Touch Axe might be nice. We could fit that there. Actually, we could fit the bread in here, which gives us another slot. Take Smite 2 Golden Sword. Wait, are we wearing... Okay, we're wearing full armor. Whoa, it's becoming night. Right. Okay, so let's go ahead and head back to the water here. Goodbye, village. Wait, hold on. There we go. Goodbye, village. You are a nice, very short stay. Wait. I guess if it's a village, we could just, you know, sleep here. That doesn't have to be nighttime, which would be nice in case we want to go anywhere else. You know, without it being nighttime. Sorry, buddy, that we have to steal your bed, but look, it's daytime anyway. You don't have to sleep. Even though in real life, the point of sleeping is not to make it daytime. Like, we don't just, you know, go to sleep during the night because, you know, it's boring being night and we just want to wait for it to be the day. Because obviously, there are no monsters in real life, right? Right? But anyway, like, we sleep during real life because, you know, we have to, like, you know, our bodies have things to do, like repairing things and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I hope the villagers don't mind that we just skipped the entire night. So I can tell we're going, obviously, the wrong direction. This is positive Z and positive X. We're supposed to be going the opposite direction, but I think if we go around this, like, part of the land, we'll be able to keep going on the water. Obviously, I don't expect to be able to go on the water the entire way here. I am just okay, this is not working. Hold on. I am just hoping that we can go, you know, across the water for as much as we can. Even if it means going around, like, some more, like, circuitous routes around land. If it means that we can, like, more quickly get home. Like, because, like, you know, going over water, because, like, obviously if it was just sprint jumping the whole way there, it wouldn't be that much slower than going on the water. But the thing is, it's not just sprint jumping. There's obstacles, we have to climb up stuff, we have to go around stuff. Going on the water is just a smooth ride. So even if we have to go around a little bit of land, it'll overall still be faster. At least that's the idea. Okay, we can see more stuff rendering in there. Lots of trees, but no jungle trees. Okay, but, it looks like we're still heading in a good direction. We're heading toward negative Z a little bit more, but we are running into an end to the water, unfortunately. We could go that way and try to go way around there, but that seems like a bit too much of a detour. But yeah, in terms of Z direction, because we're not going to be going much further in the X direction, you know, on this, but, you know, but by the time we get here, you know, we'll actually be needing to head a bit more in the X direction because we're heading a bit much in the Z direction to have it, you know, yeah, 1,400 away in the Z direction and only 1,300 away in the X direction, I think. Yeah, so Z direction is what we need a bit more, or X direction is what we need. No, still the Z direction. My math is correct. It's just my interpreting of the math that I did is resoundingly not. Hey, wait, there's a river here. We can do this. Okay. No idea how long this river is, but we'll use it as long as it is, because it's useful. Okay. Hey, it's still going. It's curving back the wrong way a little bit, but, you know, like I said, even if it goes the wrong way a bit, we'll take it, as long as it's taking us generally sort of toward home. But at this point, it seems to be going way the wrong way. So let's go ahead and dock our boat right here and keep moving. Go ahead and eat. Actually, wait. Next time we eat, we need to remember to eat that bread. So that, just one less thing we have to carry. Whoa, is that ice? No, okay, it's just sand underwater that makes it look bluer. And so I thought it was ice, but nope. Yeah, I'm glad we slept, otherwise we'd be waiting around for the day again. We're only like 20 minutes into the episode, like 22 is how long I've been recording, but a lot of that's going to be waiting around for that first night to end. So, it'll be a lot less than that. Yeah, hopefully we can get home this episode. We're going to head back here into the water, because it'll work. Yes, it's taking us the wrong way in the X direction, but... Well, yeah, I think the X direction. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, as long as it's taking us the correct direction, sort of. As long as it's getting us closer to home than it is taking us away from home, then we should be good. Okay, but... let's see. Is this going to keep going? Almost. We need to move our boat. Okay. Oh, and okay, this... Okay, maybe I'm obsessing a little over... Or I'm obsessing a little bit too much over using the boat. Yeah, it's nice to use the boat, but it's not that important. But wow, we've made a lot of progress in the Z direction. At this point, it's the X direction we should be focusing on more. Okay, except there's a big mountain there, so we're going to head a little more in the Z direction. But this is a large spruce forest, and if you don't know, there's a large spruce forest near our home. This is probably part of the same one. I mean, it's like huge, but still, like... Being it huge, we're going to see some huge tall trees over there. Over right there. Okay, but we can go back on the water, which makes me happy. How far we can go, I'm not sure, but... With every paddle, every row, I don't know, of our oars, takes us closer to home. There's just a lone oak tree here for no apparent reason. It's just an entirely spruce biome. Oh! Okay. Villager outpost. I don't think we've ever looted one of these in this game. We've fought pillager patrols, but no outposts. How far are we from home? In terms of the Z direction, not far. In terms of the X direction, like 1,100 blocks-ish. So it's going to end up being maybe like 1,500 blocks is my estimate. Because we don't have room in our inventory for this right now. And if we... Hi. If we lose what we have, I will be devastated. So, we're going to need to come back to this. We need to remember to come back to this soon. But for now, we're going to move on. But yeah, that's cool. And it also means there's a village nearby. I'm like 90% sure that that's how it works. I thought at first that every village spawned with a pillager outpost nearby. But I don't think that's true. But I do know that I'm pretty sure every pillager outpost... Oh yeah, wait. Is that a village? Yeah, that's the village that is nearby. Just looked weird at first. But there is always a village near the pillager outpost. We could trigger a raid, but I'm not sure I want to do that because, you know, it would hurt the villagers. It might be something, I mean... Yeah, actually, I think we have... Oh, hi, puppies. I think we have to do that for one of the advancements in this game, but, you know, don't want to do that right now because it does seem dangerous and, like, you know, more so for the villagers than for us. We'd have to, like, trap all the villagers' places to keep them safe. And that just sounds like a big ordeal that I don't really want to go through right now. Okay, but... Ooh, we're getting more of this type of forest here. Like, you know, oak, birch, basically things that aren't spruce. I mean, it's way over there, but, like... We're seeing stuff that isn't spruce biomes anymore, so... That's exciting. Yeah, our Z coordinate is almost correct. Like, we're almost exclusively going in the X direction now. Okay, different biomes. Interesting. I mean, we won't be in them for long, I don't think. We're probably going to end up going back. Like, odds are we're going to be ending up in a spruce biome before we end up at home again. But for now, this biome's nice. Whoa. And actually, we're ending up... Wait. Are those cherry trees up there? If so, those are the cherry trees near our house. I'm almost certain. Okay, this is looking very familiar. Let's check our coordinates. Yeah, okay, wait, 1462. That's the exact correct Z coordinate, but we will go around the land a bit. Our X coordinate, we're only like 600 blocks away from home. It should just be right over this mountain. But I'd like to go around the mountain if possible. I feel like we've come home this way before. I feel like... Oh, yep. There's that we use for the advancement for, like, jumping from a really tall height. It also doubles as an excellent landmark to know exactly where our house is. Like, we go to that, and we're, like, 30, 40, maybe 50 blocks away from home. Like, it's basically... That's literally in our front yard. Although, can you really count something that's, like, hundreds of blocks up as in your front yard? Hey, we don't need our coordinates anymore. Yeah, hey, if we hurry, we might get there before half an hour has passed in terms of recording time, not just like in terms of actual video time. In terms of actual video time, we're probably around 20 minutes, I would guess, because probably spent around 10 minutes just waiting for time to pass. But yeah, that'll be fun. And then next episode, we'll build that statue of a chick that someone was asking for. They just said, can you build a chick? So I was like, sure, I will do that, but we need brown dye for the legs. So we'll build that next episode, and then after that, we'll probably go do some strip mining, because we have only a couple diamonds, and most of our diamond armor is broken or very low on durability. Okay, wait, hold on. Can we safely do this? Aha! But yeah, just as the sun sets, we have made it home. We can see our... Oh, we're from a different direction than I thought we were. Okay. Wait. No, we're at a completely different direction. I keep getting confused about which direction we're coming from. We're coming from this direction. I understand. Whoa! I did not know that was there. We do not want that, because that will make us lose all of the items we just worked so hard to get. And that would be awful. At least we'd know where the jungle was to get more, but also like all our diamond equipment. I know it's wearing a bit thin and the enchantments aren't that great, but they're still excellent pieces of gear, and we don't have enough diamonds to remake them. So, you know, we'd end up grinding for more. Okay, wow, this is almost grown already. Okay, let's quickly go in here and go to sleep. Hello, pepperoni and extra cheese. Did you miss me? I don't know. Probably. Okay, but here we are. We've done this. Don't we have, like, a stash chest? I feel like we put a stash chest somewhere where we just, like, stash things that we don't want to deal with right now. Like, not that. I know we had one, didn't we? Or maybe we placed one down and we got rid of it because we emptied it and it was just for stuff to sort. Well, there's one in here. We'll get our boat right back out, but we'll just put that there for now. Get our boat back out and then dump stuff in here. So, like, all of the bundles that are full and all the things that aren't in the bundles. I'm just going to dump it all in here and I'll organize it between episodes, or probably I'll start next episode and then check in here and remember we have this, and then I'll, you know, not include that intro because it turns out I had stuff to do beforehand, and so I'll just, like, redo the intro. I don't know. Okay, but anyway, yeah, but that was a great adventure. We have what we need. No, we do have the stash chest, don't we? Because, oh, okay, we just put the concrete powder in here. But I think this should be probably almost enough. Anything in here? No. Okay. Probably should be almost enough for what we're trying to build. Okay, never mind. That won't fit. Okay, but yeah, we made it home. Next episode, we will... Actually, you know what? This episode, let's go ahead and make some concrete powder. Well, here, we'll take jungle logs. Let's build a bit of a cocoa bean farm. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, and we also should plant a couple jungle trees, probably. And we'll eat that bread. Hold on. Okay, so. Bread. Eaten. We don't need to build a fence around this farm or anything fancy, because, like, no one's gonna step on farmland or anything, or break it, or anything. We just like, you know, a simple couple of jungle logs over here. Doesn't need to be too much. We won't need too many cocoa beans. Wait, no, this is not how we space them. We need more space in between. We need to do like that because the cocoa beans take up a full block. So just like this should be good. And that'll leave us still space to walk between. So let's go ahead, plant some cocoa beans. Probably want to hold on to one to, you know, make some terracotta. Or not terracotta, yeah, concrete powder. Okay. We probably should cut down some of these trees, actually, because there are a bit too many oak trees here, but here's a good spot for our jungle tree. Then that should grow, and we'll hold on to the rest of the saplings for now. Then let's go ahead and make some concrete. Just 8 brown concrete is all that we need. So we'll go ahead, put this in here. Do we have anything jungle in here? No, no, nothing. Okay. We'll take that, and then we will, wait, put away the jungle wood as well. Nice, and then we're going to go ahead and get out our sand and gravel. So we need that and one more sand. And then 2 less than that of gravel. And then we're going to go ahead and make this into brown dye. And then, will this work? Yeah, it's a weird way of doing it, but we have brown concrete powder. Nice. We'll turn some of that into concrete. Some of it will stay as powder. I have a screenshot of, like, I built it in Creative World so that I know how to build it here. So I'll pull that up next episode, and we'll go ahead and build it. But for now, that's going to be it for this episode of our playthrough of... no, it's not our playthrough of. I keep thinking that. It's our Adventurous Minecraft Adventures. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider giving this video a like and comment your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about how quickly we got home and the pillager outpost we saw? Are you excited for us to raid that at some point? Are you excited for building a chicken and strip mining next episode? Please let me know your thoughts, but also the playlist is on the screen right now if you want to see past or future episodes, and I would highly recommend you check them out. They've been a lot of fun. Also, please consider subscribing to see more videos. If you got this far in the video and enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe. It would help with the channel a lot, and you can see our other series and get notified when new episodes come out. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Farewell.